Students stakeholder follow-up meeting. Friday was what they faithfully report at this time. Capitol Hill campus auditorium. The first thing on our agenda is opening prayer, and it will be done by Reverend Samuel Abazi.
In Jeremiah 29:11, Bible says, "For I know the thoughts that I will put towards you, said the Lord, thought of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." Count it by with me, we pray. Great God in heaven, we thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you for waking us up this morning and placing our names on the wake-up list. As we go through this stakeholder meeting, we pray that you give us understanding. Thank you for everything in Jesus' name.
Thank you, Reverend Abazi, for that powerful prayer. Next is welcome remarks by Professor Civil and VP Student Affairs.
Good morning, how are you? Good afternoon. We'd like to welcome you to our presentation. We have a continuation of what we started last week, Friday. And the President is now sufficient time to address some of the issues and concerns you have, because we have to go to the OVP. That's why he has reached this meeting as a follow-up for the last meeting. So again, welcome you back for me. We collect all of us to personalize the difficulty over here. Please use the opportunity to be able to voice out constructively each and also able to listen to the president or any of us in the classroom. So thank you very much.
Thank you, VP. Special remarks by our own acting president, Professor Dr. R. Hassan Company.
Thank you very much. Greetings to all of you, and I hope all of you are doing very well. I am extremely concerned with the current trend of student violence on the Capitol campus, which continued on Wednesday, November 13, 2024. Earlier on Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024, some student groups vandalized vehicles and harassed a few high-ranking government officials who attended the program marking the launch of the doctoral programs at the university by our visitor and the President of the Republic, His Excellency Joseph Omuma Boakai Sr. The Office of Student Affairs is investigating these acts of violence, including the latter between some students of ProSci and SUP, during which several students were injured, cars damaged, the Office of Student Affairs burned, and traffic on Capitol Hill was interrupted for several hours. that caused an embarrassing situation to the university. To be taken as provided in the student. Having said that, I'm pleased to provide you with this update as a result of our last engagement on the ongoing efforts to improve our university's infrastructure and academic environment. We started planning for the renovation of classrooms, bathrooms, library, internet facilities in June 2024. The process has taken some time to secure the necessary funding. We will begin, I'm happy to inform you that we will begin implementing these plans shortly. After careful consideration and consultations, I'm announcing that the resumption of classes is scheduled for November 18 will be rescheduled to a new date to be determined by the faculty senate, which will meet early next week. This adjustment will allow us to complete the renovation work and ensure that our facilities meet the standards that we deserve. The renovations include classrooms with improved conditions, upgraded bathrooms, and enhanced sanitation facilities, library with improved facilities, improved internet connectivity and Wi-Fi coverage, other reforms to enhance your overall university experience, improve transportation to Fendel and CJ campuses. There will be other reforms to enhance your overall university experience. We are working on several policies, such as the human resource policy of the university, the charter of the university, and the university, student leaders are present in all the committees. This decision is made in the best interest of all students. We want to provide a conducive learning environment that supports your academic success and well-being. The additional time will enable us to complete the work and ensure a smooth start to the academic year. The revised calendar, which will be shared with you shortly, will include the date for the inauguration of the new president of the university. We will ensure that the lost time is recovered and the semester will cover the required number of weeks. I appreciate your patience and understanding of all students during this period. We are committed to improving your education conditions and a supportive environment that prepares you for your success. Our Office of University Relations will provide regular updates that will be shared with you through social media, our website, and student emails. Please contact the Office of Student Affairs for any questions or concerns. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding. This statement, I usually do not read, but since many of your comrades are not here today, I decided to put it on my letterhead and to sign it. I want to thank you for your attendance, It shows the kind of collaboration and respect that we should have for each other. And we look forward to your continued understanding and collaboration as we implement these procedures so that we return to school as soon as possible. Thank you very much, and God bless you. And I'll be available for any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. So we have questions and answers. For the questions, you have to be brief, please.
Thank you, Honorable President. My attention has been drawn to, my name is Felix Peter Kronima from the Science College, reading mathematics with emphasis in statistics. Has been drawn to the entrances of the University of Ibadan. So we know that most of our high school children graduated from high school already. They entered the University of Ibadan. And over the period of time, the English process started and was put to a pause. Later on, the graduate school resumed. So why is the undergraduate entrance still on hold?
Thank you so much. So my name is Jay Abdul. I'm the Senator. So, undergraduate, 2 days ago, violence and prayer and campus and I think you pick up it and I thought you. So I want to know if you get business ongoing as to who are the who's involved in the therapy sister children and
So, I'm Eddie C. Enzo from the AOC Solar College. Mr. President, the last time we heard this stakeholder meeting, we did not come to a conclusion as to when school will open. And the students are daring to want to know when school will open. So, this is the same question again. We want to know the full date as to when school will open because the particular on and under of school their position statement and students are failing to come to school to working we want to report it.
So I'm taking our question, the president can respond to the 3 questions.
Thank you. Well, yes, when you hear when I read that, I said that. No problem. I hope you are listening carefully, but yes. No, it's not really shocking. I said to you that the faculty senate will meet early next week to decide a new date and be communicated with the student body. It is the faculty senate that decides. And I gave the rationale for the change. I don't think you are paying attention. Well, I want to assure you that I know that you are very important to know that when you make decisions, you put yourself in people's shoes. I put myself in your shoes, but I don't see how we can return to the same conditions. You have to do something about those conditions before you return. Or else, nobody cares. Now, you the same one will come and say, you know, this is not available, that's not available, blah, blah, blah. So those are the issues that we're trying to address. Currently, it has taken time to get the resources. It Because it's not like the money is in the university budget. There are several procedures, and we run behind the Ministry of Finance, the chief executive, and all of it. There's assurance now that the money will be provided, and we'll start these works shortly. In fact, I was discussing with some of the student groups that we want to start a work study program where some of these regulations will be managed by themselves, so that the students invest some income while they are working on campus. So all of those things are in the making. You know, you come to school, you are going to classes, or at least we always complain that the campus is not sanitized. So we want to put that in your hands so you can manage student affairs. But to do that, you have to be organized. You have to have an organized student government with one voice. But what I see now is we are very, very far from that. Jacqueline, Mr. Steinberg mentioned the violence that took place here, which was very, very unfortunate, between Fosa and now that was something that really was very, very, very embarrassing. You know why? Because it was on social media and all over the world. You saw the comments every day. People are wondering, people outside the country, what kind of, the comments that were made are not even fixed. And we cannot continue to behave like that. That altercation went out of the streets, and for 2 hours, traffic was black. People had throwing stones at the university students on the streets. Throwing stones at each other, people got hurt, vehicles got damaged. One female student in particular, in fact, she is still, I just got a call from the hospital, she's still in the hospital. They have to rush her back there today because she fainted. She was hit, can you imagine, punched on her nose by another student. Punched on the nose, yeah. So, that investigation, as we already said, Jacqueline is going on. Student affairs to release that report shortly. And I want to assure you that this time, we will implement the student handbook. There will be we are going to implement those who are culpable will face due process as outlined in the student handbook. I'm saying due process because it is an investigation. The investigator, we know some of them already, but I'm not going to mention anything here. But it was a very, very heartbreaking situation to see our students who claim to be the light of society behaving like that. Some students, but not all students. And you know, when I reflect about this, I usually see the vast difference between your ideological principles that stands for discipline. Because we read each of the parties, especially the student education party, the discipline that you stand for, the training that you go through, I've been informed.
I'm a student of your party. I want to learn, I understand you go through cadre classes, ideological training, etc., etc. And I think central to all of that is discipline. Discipline. But it looks like some members of your party are not adhering to those discipline. You have to call them to order. You have to call them to order, or else they'll continue to give you a bad name. This is not how, this is not what the Student Unification Party represents. I have spent all my life on this, at this university. And from student days, some of the best friends I have today are veterans of your party. In fact, we are going to invite them to campus, all of the veterans. Some of them are on our faculty. Many of them are in government. I've called them to inform them already, because I want to have a meeting, another stakeholder meeting with you, them, and PROSA. You know, so we can talk about these things, because it seems as if the meetings that we've had already, the retreat that we had at the Fendel campus when we signed the Fendel Declaration wasn't enough. I have been in touch with your chairman, Sylvester Wheeler, almost on a daily basis. I've been in touch with the Secretary General, what's his name? Oh, I didn't know he was here. Odysseus. I've been in touch with him. I've been in touch with Mrs. Timba, the standard bearer, your standard bearer. So we have to move on. Please, I don't want to see any more violence on this campus, because this doesn't represent you. We have to be patient. We have to be very, very patient. The Faculty Senate will meet next week. The Faculty Senate is the body of the arm of the university that makes decisions on academic matters. Yeah, what's happening? Let them come in, please. So, by the way, you notice that we have at the entrances. But man, look, let the children come in, please. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. You notice we have a little procedure at the entrance. This is just a temporary. This is just temporary, because we have noticed there are people who infiltrate your ranks. If you don't know, they bring people here, hooligans, who are not related to the university, to come and cause chaos here. I don't know whether you realize that. Yeah, they bring people who, and of course, these are just temporary measures. We're not going to, the university is an open society. That's why you have no hindrances for people to come. All over the world, universities are like that. But from what we have reached now, we are trying to identify people who are not members of the university who come here to cause chaos. That's why we have temporarily, the gates are shut. But that's not how the university operates. You know that. And then Lapez talk about the entrance examination. The problem we are having, Lapez, right? Lapez Numa, is because we have a huge backlog. So we are trying to clear the students that we have now, the students that are coming now, want to clear that before we announce the new date for another entrance exam. Or else it's going to be chaos. I mean, it would be irrational, for us to have an entrance exam now. We'll have a very huge backlog to clear. Sorry?
You mentioned that there are huge people who are expected to enter, and then why have those people not been given entrance when the university should be smooth for them to enter?
No, they are processing them now. What I'm saying to you is that when we process all of those people, then we'll announce the date for the next entrance. I don't know whether that answers your question. You don't seem to be convinced. Sorry? Yes.
You want to follow up on your earlier question? All right. Just be.
So, once again, I'm Eddie Yense. We witnessed the same renovation delay in 2021, where students were made to sit home for almost 8 months. And we came back, we saw the same very situation for which we sat home for 8 months. So you're telling us again that you want to renovate the University of Liberia campus. Now, may take it from now to next year, so students will be sitting home. And we do not believe, as students leader, we do not believe that it will come back on the campus, we will see the university as a heaven on earth. So these are not reasons, too much reason to keep students sitting home. We can be in class while you're doing the renovation, because we do not trust the renovation process of the University of Liberia.
Okay, we'll take that into consideration. Okay, Nima? But I wasn't here 8 months ago. I don't know what happened 8 months ago. Yeah, I'm telling you, Numa, listen now. You see, you don't listen. That's the problem. When you talk, I was listening to you. Then I'm talking to you, you talk to somebody else. I was not here 8 months ago. So what I'm telling you now is going to be under my watch. And what I said to you is that the faculty senate will meet next week to adjust the calendar, and we'll let you know. I didn't say anything other than that. So please be patient and work with us collaboratively. Yes, Jacqueline, and then Odysseus.
After her.
So, Mr. President, this is just an injection to what you are saying as it relates to the procedure for security purposes. In as much as we appreciate what is going on with the two entrances, but I don't think it's sufficient enough, because these are not the only entrances to the University of Liberia. You have the Charleston route. In fact, even the fence at the main entrance, I have seen so many times when violence is happening here, people jump over that fence. So what is going on, like you said, is temporary. That's the right word, but it's not sufficient to secure the University of Liberia. More have to be done. Thank you.
We'll take her and then we come back.
Thank you.
So the president will take 3 questions and then address them at that time. Yeah.
So thank you for the opportunity given to me. I'm Jessica A. Morris. And when you were speaking, I heard you calling some people that I don't even know if they are part of the Student Unification Party. I heard you calling them chairman, secretary general, and SB. I don't know if it was done through declaration. But in the Student Unification Party, we have procedure through which people can ascend to those positions. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey. Excuse me. Please, please put your hands down. We said to you, you have the right to ask questions, to clarify issues. But please, we will not do it together. We will not do it in a chaotic manner. Excuse me, sir. Did I recognize you, sir? No. So please, when you are recognized, then you talk. Let's do it all in order. No, you will be the last. Please go ahead. Yes, sit down. No, I'm not cool here.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. I think basically it will be a disservice to the Revolutionary Vanguard Party. Party already has a structured leadership and a standard bearer. and the Standard Bureau of the Student Unification Party is also the president of the University of Liberia Students Union. And then now be seated here while the former Standard Bureau is seated on the podium. So there's something.
I'm sorry, sir.
Dim, thank you. So there's I think the protocol here should look at very keenly and very critically. The issues. I can recall on the last meeting, you said something that I took home. Where were the university? Where are we now? And where are we going? And I've been thinking, Mr. President, in all sincerity, it has been speculated on this campus among administrations, few students that are now ideologically inclined to the realities, and the public that are now consciously orientated, that certain group of people are the problem on the university campus and they are bent on causing chaos. Before, about the establishment of this university, this was one of the best universities in Liberia, the sub-region, and the world. Today, in the context of this university is one of the most denigrating state institutions in the world, very dirty, unhygienic. The university does not create an atmosphere where students can interchangeably learn. A university does not create an atmosphere where students will be at peace. Many of the comments on this campus, when they see the filthiness and the dirtiness of the university, it have mental and psychological impact on their minds. If the University of Liberia in all these issues and try to therefore focus on what we call the leaf branches of the problem, we think we'll not be making progress. I think in my humble mind, Mr. President, if you are opportune to maybe sit with the visitor of the university, there's a need that you put emphasis on solving the critical problem of the University of Liberia and forget about addressing, the petty things that could be settled anyway. And we urge that the administration of the University of Liberia take in key consideration the solving of the internal crisis within the Student Unification Party and recognize the leadership of the party to move forward. Thank you. That's just my response.
Let's see the hands in, also we can take you quickly, yeah. So we'll take one from this side and take, one to the other side.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Odijos Mora, Secretary General of the Student Unification Party. And I want to remind the President, the Vanguard Student Unification Party came up with a position a few days ago that the party adhered to the opening of school November 18. And up to now, the University Authority are not come up with any change of calendar, and all of the students are anticipating November 18 as the official opening of school. And when students are on campus and they are not seeing any learning activity, sometimes they utilize the Constitution to channel their grievances. Over the time, the students have been victims of the too much delay. Since the university closed, there have been months, but not a single imprint of transformation on the campus. And you are telling us that we should go and sit again for another transformation or another development. I think that is on the front of the student, and the student will be here November 18. That is the position of the party. The party communicates directly with the students, and the students are resolved to come to school November 18. So if the students are here and they are not seeing themselves going to classes, they're going to utilize whatever means either to call attention to the government that they want to go to school. Whatever situation needs to be addressed must be addressed internally. Thank you.
So do we have any on this side for questions? On this row?
Good afternoon, Mr. President, and good afternoon to members of the University Authority and the students. I want to start up from where this comrade ended. I may not know his name. Please. Okay, so I want the acting president, and it is an honest appeal. This is a new regime. The university, they say there's a new president in the country, and the the mantra the president came with is rescue. If you really go into depth of the word rescue, there are lots of things that should be happening around the campuses of the University of Liberia. As an acting president, you may not have more authority, but if you have a chance, or if you want to pick chance to speak with it, you need to put forth key issues that will lessen the burdens and the noise on the campus. Issue number one, the former president said the university should be a free institution. The University of Liberia authority now should be telling the current president how to cancel all payments. 1. 2, how students can even put in for student loans, how students can get computers. Right at AME University, AME University order computers for laptops for all of the students. All of the students have laptops. And currently at the University of Liberia, there are some processes of synchronous and synchronous that is online and both online and face-to-face, because you have the platform where in the school you have to check their grades and all of those things. So the students, every is a laptop, because the computer lab that you talked about is not realistic. Honestly, it's not realistic. Students will graduate from the University of Liberia before going to computer school to start doing and print as a graduate of the state university. I don't think that's rescue mission, Mr. President or acting president. These are the current things that must be placed before the current president. Our faculty members, let's say the staff in your office, Mr. President, are all on strike. Honor a rescue mission government. The faculty members in your office and in the office of every official sitting on the platform are all on strike. How will the students come to class when the faculty members are on strike? Faculty members got issues, staff got issues, students got issues, and then next week the faculty senate will have a meeting and they will determine when the school will reopen. It's the only university that you do not have a plain calendar of event for the whole year, wherein it is unchangeable. Or even if you are to adjust it, it should just be for a week, let's say 2 weeks, or maximum a month. But school closed in July of this year, Mr. President. This month is the 4th month, the students are still on vacation. And you are not even giving the students a definite time for reopening of school. Faculty member, Mr. President, I can give you proof that since 2022, they've not gotten their salaries. I can provide a proof for that after this meeting if you want it. So the issue is not only relating to the students alone, the issue is relating to the entire university. And the only group of people who can settle the issues of the campus, the people within the driving seat of the country. It's not you. You will tell the students those sweet talks, but you are not in the driving seat of the country. You are only trying to maybe reduce the tension or avoid chaos on the campus, but you are not in the driving seat. The president of the Republic of Liberia is in the driving seat, and there's a need. This leadership sit around the table with the president and put before the plaques are affecting the university. University of Liberia to end. University of Liberia should be renovated to the state-of-the-art university under this rescue mission. It's not something that students should beg for. University of Liberia now is struggling to be number 1 in Liberia. Among Cottington, AME, they are struggling to be number 1. If you search the international, they'll put Cottington first, they'll put another university. In the country, our own country university, Mr. President, are you aware? College.
Excuse me.
Mr. President.
Excuse me.
To conclude, Mr. President, are you aware that Science College laboratories are still using Palm 1 for experiment? Mr. President, in 5 years ago, Dr. Dennis said the Science College needed $2 million to have that building renovated. Over 5 years ago, $2 million cannot be generated. This is a rescue mission. Put forth your plot before the president. Put forth your plot before these authorities. Let's
engage the critical issues and forget about these PTA and stakeholder meetings that will yield no result, Mr. President. Thank you very much.
Please, yeah, what is your name and
My name is Peter C. Dr. Jr.
Yeah, which college?
From the Science College. I am I'm incoming in the PhD program, Mr. President.
You're incoming student for the PhD program? Okay, excuse me. We appreciate your comments, but please keep your comments brief. Others have to speak, okay? We don't have all day, okay? All right.
Good afternoon, comrades. And good afternoon, Stand Up the Vanguard Communication Party in Chakitengwe Alizin. I'm Prince P. This Junior. The question has to do with the innovation that you are talking about. We're going to bring in new infrastructure or the things and things that can be done within 1 week time. That's the question I got. Are you going to bring in new infrastructure, like to bring in new buildings, or change things and paint the building over? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Acting President. We are aware from eMarshal website that you have been ambassador destined to the United States of America. But I'm a bit confused when you are saying that you will be around to solve all of these issues that we are explaining to you, because this is not just the first meeting. This is the second student stakeholder meeting. So I want to know whether you will not serve as an ambassador to the United States. And if you will stay, I want to know your position with OFA, because we have been told that OFA is not in your interest. They want you out of the University of Liberia. So next to the other issue, I'm actually reading public health at the State University of Liberia. And at times, when we pass at AB building, the toilets, I've done my survey and I observed that AB building only have 2 toilets. All of the toilets that are there, due to poor sanitation practice, all of them are being shut down. And I see this as an affront to you as an acting president and to the students' body, that even you that are seated here, or all of you that are seated, none of you can go into the AB building and use the toilets that we are using as a students. So I want to know, where is the students' body heading, or whether you people are actually in our interests. To conclude, always time we heard that the university don't have money, but the funds that I collected for entrances and graduations, what are the university authorities doing with these funds? Because we are informed that national government can give you money. They have budget for you. Even registration, the president former George Manor, we are declared the university as free, but we can pay registration. So where are the funds? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. All right, I am BM Maurice Kokwe from the Public Health Department. We say thank you also for this meeting. This on Friday we were here, and today we are here again. Although this Friday meeting concluded with no tangible result of when school opening. And I hope today meeting we get a specific date when we are opening. So back to the renovation. In 2022, we experienced a renovation on this campus. And by then, the administrator came out that they were doing renovation without telling us the deadline, the time frame of the renovation. I was just sitting home for close to 8 months, and there was no update on when school will open. And when we came back, we saw the same structure, the same old thing we left. We saw them. So now you are about to carry another renovation. I want for you to please tell the general public and the student populace when this renovation will start and when it will end. That when we are sitting home, we get hope that the renovation time frame is 3 months or 4 months, and after that, maybe or even 1 week, because the students are tired sitting. Whole year, only 1 semester we ran last year. People saying that, oh, we are not serious in the University of Liberia because when we come here, we are here for a whole year. Another one, I have seen disparity in the tuition fees or registration fees at the University of Liberia. When I entered first, I was paying $2,250. But later on, the Science College were paying $3,050. And some colleges stay paying the same $2,250. So I want for the administrator to tell us why we Science College, we are paying $3,050 and the other colleges they paying the same fees. Why in the Science College we don't have no improvement? Maybe you will say you are paying $3,050 because of laboratory fees, because of this and that. But the Science College still remain the same. Since I entered in 2021, there have been no improvement. They stay the same. So I want for people to address this issue that when we go home, we'll be able to tell our colleagues who are not here today that University of Liberia gave us ultimatum or gave us the specific date of the opening of school. Thank you, Mr. Acting President.
So the president will now respond to the first batch, and then we'll come to the last few.
Thank you very much for your patience and for this dialogue. The 3,500 fees, quickly, I will find out from PFO and let you know, okay? And I will give you the number of who to call so you can get specific information on that. The 8 months renovation you're talking about, which was raised by somebody else, as I said, I wasn't here at the time, so I don't know specifically what happened. But what we are trying to do now is not going to be 8 months. I can assure you about that. Prince, where is Prince? Yeah, Prince wanted to know whether we are bringing new infrastructure. That was your question, right? No, renovation, Prince. We are doing renovation. I'm not going to promise you something that will not happen. What I'm saying to you is that we are going to renovate, and the renovation is on 2 fronts. We have done our own assessment of all of the campuses, the Capitol Hill, Fendel, Dogliotti, and Sinje. And the Ministry of Public Works, the president, has asked the Ministry of Public Works to work with the university to do a comprehensive assessment of what is needed by the government to upgrade the facility. The Ministry of Public Works, I had a meeting with the minister last week. They will provide what is called the bill of quantities. In other words, the quantities and the prices of what is needed, and present that bill to the government. That is I won't lie to you, is a long-term process because it is going to cost a lot of money. What is likely to happen is that the government of Liberia will set up a special fund, not only the university, but it will be a special government project to address those issues, hopefully before you graduate. What's your class now? Sophomore. So I'm sure, but why are you laughing when you say sophomore? Sorry? Yeah, but is it a crime to be a sophomore student? Yeah, it's not a crime. But you did something that I don't like. It is not the standard bearer of soup that is chairing this meeting. When you got up to speak, you only recognize, and you didn't recognize me. I'm chairing this meeting. Prince, that is not consistent with your party ideology. No. Let me finish before I lose my trend. Huh? Sorry? Now, somebody said I've been appointed ambassador. Yes. And I want to assure you, who was it? Harrison? Erickson. I want to assure you that the assignment that I've been given will be completed before I leave. I think I told you that the last time. The same question came up. Sorry? Yeah, you asked the same question. So don't worry about that. The government knows what it is doing. Even that appointment, and I want to assure you that I'm not going to stay here. We did a search process. The search committee completed its report. It's before the president now. 3 qualified people were selected. And the president has the right, the constitutional right, to select one of those people. And that is going to happen. And it will not be me. So I want to assure you about that. Sorry? No. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. Even when I go out there, I will still be with the university because I'm on the board of trustees. I'm a member of the board of trustees. And I will be working to make sure that I get support for students, for faculty out there, because that's one of my priorities. And who knows, by the time you graduate, I'll remember you. Definitely. You give me your number, I will monitor your progress. You say in public health, right? Okay, very good. Now, with respect to Alpha, Alpha has the right to do what it is doing. And I will be the last person to say that what they said is not true. You know, all of the things that they listed are affecting their welfare. What I'm saying to them is that we have to sit down and dialogue because there are severe resource constraints. I don't have a magic wand to just say, money. I don't have that power. So we have to be patient, and we are working with them. We are working with them to make sure that we address all of those concerns before the resumption of classes. You also talk about funds that are collected, student funds that are collected. Well, right now, the tuition, what we met in place, the tuition-free policy that was enunciated by the previous regime is the amount that is allocated to the university. And that money, about 80% of it goes to the payment of salaries. Somebody said the faculty has not been paid since 2002. That's not true. They said they got evidence. I want to see that evidence after the meeting. Since 2022, the faculty hasn't taken pay. It's not true. After the meeting, please give me the evidence, okay? And then The let's see. There was Jessica. Jessica raised the issue of the selection of party leaders. Well, I'm going to have another meeting at 3. What is it? When is the meeting today? 1:30? Yeah. Well, I think it will be after this meeting because we started late. I received, Student Affairs received 2 letters. One letter saying that the party has transitioned and they have their structure and their parties in place. And another letter from a group that says challenging that. Okay, so we in the interest of peace, I know that there is a suspension on student political activities, but it is important that I meet the 2 groups to find out what is going so that we can harmonize that. So, but wait now, let me finish. Excuse me. You can raise your hand after I answer all of it, or else I will lose my trend. Okay? And then there's so the standard bearer issue. We'll talk about that to address all of that after this meeting. Now there was someone who spoke like Wole Soyinka. I love Wole Soyinka because he uses these big terminologies in his novels. But they were using all of those. The university is denigrate, it's unhygienic, it's filthy. Who was that? Eh? Who? Yeah, what his name? Pole. How you spell that? Oh, Pole. Okay. Pole use all of those adjectives, which I know reflect your anger about the situation, and I understand that. But I want to assure you, I want to appeal to you, Pole, because we're on social media. This is being all over the world. People are listening to us. In Liberia, we say if the home doesn't sell you, the street won't buy you. When we have graduation, commencement, I usually say that we have the best faculty in the world, and the people we are graduating, some of the most qualified students that we are putting out. You know why? Because you don't dress your devil and then you undress the devil in the public. And believe me, with all these conditions that you're talking about here, the people that we put out go out there and they compete, and many of them come back with PhDs and master's degrees. So if we're not doing something good on this campus, that wouldn't have happened. No. You have to give me a chance. So I know that what you are saying is out of anger. But what I'm saying to you is that let us find a way to jointly solve those problems. Because all over the world, in many universities, I was sitting in my office the other day, and some group of students came to me and said that they have a proposal for cleaning up the campus. And this was the first time that I heard such a thing. Well, I think it's a very good initiative because you shouldn't just sit there and be pointing finger. You should take the initiative to be part of the process. And I'm glad we are going to support those students I mean, that's not going to address all of what I think you should get involved. And that's why we want to propose this work-study program on campus, so that you also take charge of the facilities. I mean, that's what that's what is done in many of our peer universities. But the key thing is that you have to be organized. You can't be disorganized and beating on yourselves and these things, chaos that we're doing here right now for that to happen. And then there was, let me see, there was something else. Yeah, there was the issue of the rescue mission. What's his name again? Kennedy. For the PhD, you've applied already? Have you applied? Well, I wish you well, and I'm glad that you are taking advantage of that. Yeah, I wish you well. You mentioned the free tuition, student loans. I didn't say anything about computer labs. No, I didn't. Yeah, student laptops and all of that. But you know, this is a public university. When government comes to power, government has competing interests with very, 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 very minimal resources. That has to, I mean, as a university student, you have to take that into consideration. So what I'm saying to you is that the visitor of the university, and you're right, because he was a student here himself. He graduated in the 70s. And he remembers very well how the university was at that time and how it is now. And this is why he has taken special interest in making sure that this university develops into an institution. And he has committed himself. He has said that to us, that before the end of his, this is one of the things that he wants to accomplish. Sorry? No, I want to assure you that it's true words, not mere speeches. Mr. Pule, okay? This is your visitor speaking. You know, this is your visitor speaking. So please respect him and give him some chance. So I think I answered, no, there was a question of the position statement of the reopening of school from Odysseus. No, I did. Odysseus said that SUP has issued its position statement and will resort to unspecified action if school doesn't open. Well, I don't get frightened by statements like that. And I want to appeal to you to avoid making such statements because they are counterproductive. You know why? Because it is not based on the dialogue. I'm talking to you. Look at me, please. It is not based on the dialogue that we need to get things done. I respect your position. All of the things that you said that we should do, we are trying to do. I have told you, I've read, that's why I read that statement, because I want to go on record. And it's going to be, they will send it to you so that you hold me to that. Those statements were very, very, and I signed them. Those statements were carefully worded. So I don't want you to resort to any quote unquote unspecified, because that's what, in fact, one of your militants at the entrance the other day and was saying the same thing. We resort to, and you're pointing your finger. So I just laugh because that's not a way to talk to someone, even if besides university issues, our tradition, you don't talk to someone like that and be doing your finger. And then you say you are from the Vanguard Student Unification Party that stands for discipline. And No, please. Of course, if you want to peacefully assemble, nobody is going to stop you from peace. This is your campus. You are welcome here anytime. You are welcome to my office at any time. In fact, when you come, I will be with you. So we all can do the song. What do you call it? Yeah, Amanda, yeah. Well, I don't know how to do it. You have to teach me. No, on a serious note, let us be patient because something good is going to happen. And we are counting on you as student leaders to collaborate to make sure that once and for all, I mean, it's not going to be, I don't promise you heaven on earth. But I want to assure you that the basic things will be in place once and for all. That will, and it's not going to be too long. As I said, the faculty senate that has the power to do this will meet next week. Somebody said, how will they do it? And they are on strike. Well, the faculty senate is different from ALFA. The University of Liberia Faculty Senate is a different institution. Of course, some of the faculty members are there, but it includes all of the deans and chairpersons of departments. And those are they have the power to make this decision. And we'll tell you early next week, we'll release the new calendar to you so that you see very clearly and explain to you, I've explained to you in this release that I've issued today, the rationale for that. So I think with that, we've come to an end of information. Yeah. Okay, and then follow up. Who else want to talk? So
let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. That's right. That's what I wanted to say. Those who have not had the opportunity to talk, let's give them the chance to talk.
Yeah, but when you talk, don't repeat what the next person. You want something new.
That's just something new. Because
Something
you know
new,
there's
please.
another meeting right after here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're here, huh? Okay. Yeah, that was just the president got different meetings. So we'll take at least those who are not spoken. So we'll start with him there. No follow up with you, brother. No follow up. No follow up. No follow up. Yeah, but the student have dealing with. These are the three. I already recognize 3 here. And then we'll take all and we conclude. I already recognize 3 here. Your hand, I recognize you, this guy. So we'll start. Just get to the point, I beg you.
Because of time, I'm allowed to June. Into my mind and what I've been seeing.
Please stand.
And what I've been seeing. And sincerely, to the counter, if now, if the presidential position within the university was based on voting, I'll be one the person that will stand by you. Because you are an easy man, you quit to see there's no barricade at your office. But you know, I observed something about this University of Liberia. Some of the people you're working with, sometimes when you're working, you see some people there want to bully you. University of Liberia, the men are here, and then one of the people are clear. They don't want to with the Monica, the ide. Seriously. So I start talking to conclude. So my main issue here is that they say get a man his flower when he's alive. Sincerely, I will say the history of the University of Liberia. You have become the first president that I have sat down within your office. You get my number, I get who we can talk to and give each our plaques to. So university. So the issue of the PhD stuff. The program, the PhD thing. One time, former president, Frederick Saul Nelson, in the issue of e-learning. But not happy. The Kone, the Steven, they were there. They know what history can never remember what I made again. E-learning, You say like Mongolian on beef where you see the internet fighting. That means I don't know how many more now I get beef. Maybe so but the main issue is that I don't know if you were afraid to tell President Boka say we're not prepared for the PhD thing, but Papi I'll let you but the PhD thing we're not ready. Yeah, that's the content. PhD Liberia. Like all complaining about this, that because complain because now you're the president of the university. You are saying you know we prepare. But that day you are brave. President Walker can't you can't when you are saying your talk. Oh yeah, you want your program. Tikune will not prepare.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity given to me. Standing before you, I'm T.K. Toka Johnson, a senior student from the engineering college, reading civil engineering to be precise. For all the years since I was staying at the university, was here, all of the renovation that have been ongoing, the students, the engineering students have not been involved. So it means that the university has not trust us or even giving us the actual knowledge that they need to give us in order to trust us to be able to honor these. Thank you all so much.
I won't delay the answer for the other one here. Let me give it to you. No, I'm not fighting you. That information is absolutely out of order. It's wrong. Let me tell you. You see the university basketball court? We engaged the civil engineering students. We brought them here. Look, we had some idea how to expand that place, how to make it a multi-purpose course and all of these things. They took notes. They went. You say wait. You call when? So, hey, my man, you are talking, we gave you chance, oh. Boyga, I gave you chance to talk. And so I'm saying we've involved them. They never got back to us. I was even 2 graduations ago. They never got back to us. So we will definitely, you've shown your willingness, we definitely want you involved. So you learn in the process, but at the same time, you help the university cut down costs. So from this meeting, you and myself will go in there. All right?
That's part of the work study. So organize yourself. Yeah.
Thank you very much. My name is George Mohammed Kanagai Guinea Freeman. I'm from the county that is blessed with one of the names, Cape Town, where the senior Daystar University is situated. I would like to give a very thanks and appreciation to you, the president of the state-run university, Jim Conner, and that of student leader sister Mary Kopo Kekula, and all of the party leaders who are here present for us. One thing I want to say, and I will be very brief, Mr. President, before you leave, take on the new job to my country as ambassador in the United States of America. Wish you well. But we can't be reading political science here, and then you tell us that student politics is bound on campus. Please, when you meet your friend, the President of the Republic of Liberia, tell him that we can't be reading political science and you say ban on political science. A contradiction. That team will not go to Ghana University because there will be issue with Ghana and Liberia thing. And then the second thing, all of the companies in recent time that can come here to do renovations, we understand maybe some people have some close proximity with them. When they come, the university authority will give them the money, then it will be hammering the people too. So please, Mr. President, and then the authority of the state-run university, if any company take on the contract to come here, let the student be recruited. We are asking the office of the president to all of the students leader, the students will be recruited so that some of the resources can come out of the students so we can be able to pay our fees. Thank you very much.
We'll take the last 3. I want you guys to be very, very brief. Now you. For you.
Thank you very much.
My name is Vesely Harris, student of agriculture and forestry. Mr. President, thank you for the level of leadership in the university. I really admire your workings with the students and the staff as well. Yeah, my concern had to do with the agricultural college. Agricultural college, if you see the building, if you go to Fender, you see the building, it's very much dilapidated. The agricultural college needs serious building that can represent the agricultural college. The president of the Republic of Liberia hails from the agricultural college. If you see the building, it can't even encourage you to do agriculture. Even this ground entrance, let's say the people are entering, the students going to agricultural college, they are very much, limited. They are not too much. Yeah. So my recommendation is tell the president that the agricultural college needs serious building. Let him improve the building in that place. My second observation has to do with the aquaculture. The aquaculture is an agriculture, let's say, courses. It's under agricultural college. But unfortunately, we saw our former president taking the aquaculture, carrying it under science college. It's a contradiction. So we want that college to come back under the agricultural college. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. I'm James Pittman, represent the Business College. Yeah, Mr. President, my question to you is that I want you to just be honest to us, because I do believe that you guys discussed before coming to tell us that you're going to do renovation. So I believe that you have discussed the time frame, and you came here, I think, somewhere around July or something. We've been sitting like doing nothing. So in that time, I don't know if you've been working on the renovation for school to open in the 4 to 5 months that we have been sitting. And we're to open on Monday, which is the 18th. So I would just like you to tell us the exact time the renovation will go for and when will we open, because for me, I really not trust that kind of event. Yes.
Thank you. So we'll take the final. This is the final. Then after that, the president have.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm student Mary Kopo Kekula, a student of the Science College and the president of OSIL. And in this meeting, I listened to the different JOSA positions. And what I have realized is the zest of each of us to return to our classes. And for the last few months that I've had the opportunity to work with different stakeholders, me realize seeing things from a different perspective. Every one of us in this room, we are frustrated about the delay with regard to the reopening of school. And yes, as anxious as I am, I would love to join any protestation to ensure that there can be pressure on the administration, the visitor, and all of those who are involved with these kind of different activities. But here's the biggest question now. With the issue emanating from the end of OFASA, it clearly tells us that some of us could wear our political parties' paraphernalia and then come outside in protestation of the reopening of school. But we must be taking into consideration the different stakeholders that are involved. And in this case, what comes to mind is the issue of negotiation and dialogue. Because the administration can come up with a fixated calendar that yes, school should open. We saw that in June when OFA challenged the administration and that of the board. So now I think it is our collective responsibility as student leaders to be able to reach out to these different stakeholders so that there is a need that we have a conversation around the table. We tried that in June and a yielded or result that made us return back to our classes. And I think similar approach can be taken into consideration. Because at the end of the day, with all of the situation, the faculty members are receiving their pay as well as the support staff. So where do we stand as students? Now is a moment and an opportunity for us to dialogue, engage, and engage. And the issue of renovation, it has been around since 2021. So it is a clear manifestation that it will not disappear in twinkle of an eye. But we have to be strategic in our engagement to be able to get the kind of result that we all anticipate. And with the regard to students' political activities, that is something we all have been negotiating behind the scene holistically until some of our friends went and Nicodemously did what they did, and at the end, we all are at the very crossroad. And I think for us to be able to cross that stage, there's a need that we come around the table and be able to do it together. So I'd like to thank all of us. Let us exercise patience. Let us be able to reach out to the aggrieved party as well as administration to be able to have a fixed timeline that we all can return to our classes to pursue academic activity. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Respect. No, sorry. So you didn't Nicodemus? You didn't listen to me. No, listen to me. You must respect the procedure we have here. You got to respect the procedure. All of those who spoke before you, including yourself, you are recognized before. You are not recognized. No, you can't ask questions. You still got to be recognized.
I'm not asking the president.
You don't have to ask. Please, let's follow the procedure. All right? Please. Thank you. Mr. President.
Yeah, Odysseus, you wanted to say something? Yeah.
Okay, Comrade President. Again, I'm Odysseus Moroba, the Secretary General of the Student Unification Party. Mr. President, in as much we respect you and respect your invitation here, we want you to also respect the position of the students. And this is why the students are saying that school should open October 18. If there is any aim of renovation, we should start seeing it ongoing now. November 18, sorry. If there is any means of renovation, we should start seeing it now. We don't want to be seated and waiting for another 6 months before they be telling about renovation. And the students are very clear with this position. Ensure that you have your conversation so that offer can go back to classes. If they want to on renovation, it should start now while school is session. When the students, when the students are saying these words, revolutionary, unspecified action, it's not something that anyone will find solace in or comfort, because they are sick and tired of this consistent delay of their future. The students are angry. There have been times so abnormal we have had this same conversation. We have sat in conferences and concluded that yes, there will be renovation, and the outcome has always been opposite. So when the students are clear that they want to go back to school, I think you should give them the opportunity, resolve your issue with offer, so that they can go back to classes November 18, because November 18 is seen as the official opening of school, and the students will be on campus. If school is not open, we're going to utilize Article 17 of the 1986 Constitution of the Republic of Liberia to ensure that the government intervenes and school open for the students.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Let me, I see you talking and people clapping for you. Let me issue you a warning again. We respect your position, but as your acting president says, communication and dialogue is very, very important. I think that was the essence of her message. Now, let me say something. Let me address some of the issues. Fire, where is Fire? Fire asked the question that since I came in July, nothing has happened. That's not true. when I was appointed, before I was appointed, the classes for the 2022, 2023, 2024 had not resumed. And one of our mandates was to resume classes, ensure the smooth conduct of the examinations and the commencement convocation. So please don't ignore all of that. Things have happened in these past 4 months. We had a very, very successful final examination period. You all took your final exams. The commencement convocations were held. We graduated over 2,000, about 2,800 students. So I don't know, I mean, it's really, I don't know whether you were in the country, but so many things happened since July. Now, for the exact time of reopening, I've told you what we are planning to do. I know that Odysseus is saying that we should do X, Y, Z before Monday. Monday is the 18th. Today is Friday. So what you're saying is completely unrealistic. It's completely unrealistic. So I'm appealing to you. You know, you are always angry. That fellow with the beard over there. What's your name? That's how you look? I've never, well, smile. I've never seen you smile. Smile small. Let me see how you just smile. No, on a serious note, don't be sitting back there and pumping, you know. Yes, and I want to make sure that you come to school, and you will come to school. In fact, when you say that, it's heartbreaking to me. That's what I want you, as your president, that's why I'm here, to make sure that you come to school. And I will make that happen. I promise you. Now, George talked about, where's George? He talked about Sinjay and the banning of student politics on campus. Yes, but George, remember that I told you when we first met in our several meetings what my plan was. My plan was to go to the Board of Trustees and appeal that it is time to lift the ban on student politics so that students can go ahead with their extracurricular activities. But do you think, and I'm asking you that question, what has transpired in these few weeks? Do you think that is feasible with all this violence that is taking place on campus? There has been no violence. Oh, you're not aware. All right. Okay, George, I can see that you are either trying to joke. I can see that you are really trying to joke, because in fact, what I should have done was to show you to do a power, and I wanted to do that, but it would be too graphic to do a PowerPoint presentation for you to show you how your colleagues have been chapping each other on this campus, inflicting wounds on each other. And then you come and sit here and say you are not aware? You're not aware about what happened last Wednesday on this campus? You are not around. I see. Okay, I will send you, after this meeting, I will send you the links so you can watch them. Okay? So right now, I don't promise you that I will do that. I'll promise you that I will do that because it seems as if you are not ready to resume your political activities. What has transpired, the Minister of Education, one of the best performing ministers in this government, came here for the program. People went kicking her cars, calling her rogue. What did she do to you? So I don't know. I promise when we had the retreat at Fendel, and we all signed the Fendel Declaration that I was going to do that. But right now, if I appear before the board and make such a request, the board will think that I'm very, very unrealistic. And so we have to wait and see what, maybe when school resumes, how you behave yourselves. Alaric Tukwa talk about the junior, talk about the PhD program. Alaric, what has been happening is that all the colleges of the university are not the same. Some colleges have been moving very fast, and that college is the College of Health Sciences. They've been moving. They've asked for support. They've asked for international support. They have the faculty, they have the staff, and they have the resources to start these programs. And we are not going to stop them because other colleges are not ready. Remember, in a university system, you have different colleges. Maybe this will motivate the other colleges to do what they are doing. Maybe you are not present, and this was a missed opportunity because we invited the students to be part of the symposium that day. Sorry? No, that's not true. Well, it was a missed opportunity because I think when I looked in the room, I didn't see many students, and I thought that was a missed opportunity because that was a time for you to come and explain your gut feelings about this. But what is happening is, as I said, the College of Health Sciences has been moving very fast. They are one of the most advanced colleges. They have over 132 partners. They have the resources to start this. Of course, we have to provide some things on our side and the programs they want to start are in the biostatistics, epidemiology, in other words, anything pertaining to infectious and parasitic diseases like Ebola and COVID and all that kind of stuff, because they realize that we have to develop the capacity to do something if the next pandemic, which is being predicted, occur. At least we'll be ready. Build the capacity in-house to be ready. So that's what this is all about. But I want you to look at it like that. I mean, it's not, yes, the university has some weaknesses, but I want you to look at it strategically. Because when you are thinking strategically, you have weaknesses, but you also have strengths, some strengths. You build on it to do things. And this is what this is all about. You see, so now with respect to Mr. Johnson, the engineering students, Mr. Johnson, I think the point that you made is correct, but as the dean said, we have evidence where you came and you said you would do certain things and we never saw you again. Even in this renovation that is going on now with Public Works, the engineering students are involved. The engineering students and are you a senior student? You've been around? Yeah, but how come you don't know about all of this? Who is Demo? Okay, but then give him. And then there was this comment about the agricultural college. Agriculture, who raised that? Yeah, agricultural college is dilapidated and the aquaculture. But where is he? I think that aquaculture, that's something pertaining to water resources. He said it was removed from agriculture and put in under science. I'm not aware of that, but I will find out and get back to you. No, I was answering your question about aquaculture. I'm not aware that it was removed from agriculture to science, but I will find out. I'll find out and let you know what is going on. And then with respect to the dilapidated conditions, well, that's why we are trying to undertake this exercise to address some of those issues. But the aquaculture, you gave me your number after this meeting. I'll find out what is going on and then inform you. But I'm not aware that the program was removed from agriculture to science, because you're right. It should be in agriculture because that's where you use what. This has to do something with water, right? Water resources, right? Fisheries. So are you saying fisheries is under science? I'm not aware of that. When did that happen? Oh, I see. It's currently under science. I see. Okay. Yes, Jessica.
Under the science college, and there's a possibility in the long run it might even become a college by itself.
I see. Thank you. Thank you for that information. So, good people, again, I want to thank you for coming. I really respect you for this. And no. We'll talk one-on-one. Now your PhD team will talk about it one-on-one. So all of those who have to be in the next meeting, please stay in the auditorium. Please, to you, and let's address your issues. But those who are not supposed to be in the meeting, we will continue this conversation. And thank you very much for coming. Those who are part of the 1:30 meeting, yeah.
People should also reduce the crowd.
Huh?
Even the both sides.
Yeah.
Or we can say maybe 10 or 5%. You can just like,
Okay. Whatever.
Hello. The next meeting. Hello. In the next meeting, we want executives from the both side, at least 10 persons each, to stay. We can have everybody here, please. Are we? Yeah, 10 from each of the side, so that we can have this discussion. Please. The rest of you, wait for us outside. 10 each. And we're not allow people coming in and out as we're doing during the meeting. When we start, you can also go outside, but you don't come back inside, because we won't be on serious business. What's Sylvester? Sylvester, the soup issue. Hey, my man, please, if you want to come to the meeting, you can. You want to come, you can leave it. Hello? You're talking to the associate dean of student, right? So we got letters from 2 different tendencies. Hello? You want to come, just go. The other people that will come, we'll discuss it. Yes.